For 10 long years, the combined armies of Greece besieged the city of Troy. Thousands of ships crossed the sea to fight one of the most brutal conflicts in ancient mythology. A missing piece of mail sparked the entire decade of conflict. Long before the ships set sail, a grand wedding was held for a famous warrior named Peleus and a sea nymph named Thetis. Every king, queen, and Olympian god received a formal invitation to the feast. Every god, that is, except for one, Eris, the goddess of strife. The decision to exclude Eris forced every kingdom in the region into a collision course. In the Age of Heroes, a minor social slight carried the weight to destroy a kingdom. Eris calculated her retaliation perfectly. She crashed the banqueting hall disguised as a serving girl, walked right up to the table where the highest-ranking goddesses were seated, and set down a single golden apple. Carved into the apple were the words, "For the fairest of them all." Immediately, Hera, queen of the gods, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love, each claimed the prize. A vicious vanity dispute broke out between the three. The goddesses bickered continuously for years. Eventually, they demanded that Zeus settled the matter, but the king of the gods refused to mediate. He washed his hands of the dispute entirely, creating a sudden and dangerous power vacuum. To rid himself of the headache, Zeus pushed the decision onto a mortal. He sent a messenger down to Paris, the Prince of Troy, demanding the young royal act as the judge. When the ultimate authority avoids a difficult decision, the burden falls to those least equipped to handle it. A petty divine squabble had become a mortal crisis. Paris was out hunting on Mount Ida when the three goddesses cornered him. They surrounded the isolated prince and demanded his final verdict. This diagram shows the high-stakes political bribes Paris had to choose between. Hera offered geopolitical dominance, while Athena countered with strategic wisdom. Then Aphrodite bypassed logic entirely. She targeted human desire, promising him the love of the single most beautiful woman on earth. Paris handed the apple to Aphrodite. He secured his romantic prize, but instantly earned the bitter, eternal wrath of both Hera and Athena. Paris prioritized personal gratification over political stability or strategic wisdom. This choice established the fatal flaw that would ultimately lead to the end of his civilization. There was one major obstacle to Aphrodite's promise. The woman Paris desired, Helen, was already married to Menelaus, the powerful king of Sparta. Paris sailed to Sparta and used his royal status to gain entry to the palace. King Menelaus welcomed the prince, honoring the ancient world's strict rules of hospitality by treating him as an esteemed guest. During a royal dinner, Helen secretly spiked the wine. The dark potion lowered the guards' inhibitions, making everyone at the table forget their cares, and allowing Helen to manipulate the environment. Under the influence of the potion and Aphrodite's divine compulsion, Paris made his move. Helen agreed to abandon her husband and her kingdom, slipping away into the night toward Troy. This act violated the ancient world's most sacred diplomatic code between a guest and a host. A violent retaliation was now guaranteed. King Menelaus awoke to find both his guest and his wife gone. He kicked the furniture, punched the walls of his chamber, and swore to the gods he would exact a terrible revenge. His elder brother, King Agamemnon, knew rushing headlong into conflict was a mistake. He attempted to de-escalate the crisis by sending an ambassador to Troy, hoping to negotiate Helen's peaceful return before blood was shed. Blinded by desire and emboldened by a goddess's backing, Paris made his final error. He flatly refused the diplomatic off-ramp, claiming the goddess of love herself had brought them together. That outright refusal dropped the final domino. Agamemnon summoned all the kings of Greece, combining their armies into an immense military coalition and preparing a navy of 1,000 ships. History focuses on the face that launched 1,000 ships. In reality, the architecture of the war was built on a compounding chain of vanity, neglected diplomacy, and a single golden apple.